Lobster Magnet. Lobster's a 10, I told you grab it.
Welcome to Lobster Magnet's Review the Channel, the review. I am here with absolutely no one to do an Attack on Titan Chapter 95 review. Now, the reason why I am alone versus all the other vlog reviews I've done is the fact that out of my close circle of friends, I am the only one who's following the manga. So that makes me forever alone, unfortunately. But you know what? I've kind of wanted to try and do one-person vlog review for a while now, to give it a shot, because there's lots of stuff I've covered that I don't necessarily have people to drag in that I would like to do reviews for. But generally, I like doing it with more people, just because it's more fun for me to have someone to bounce off of. It makes it for more engaging as opposed to like a one-sided conversation of me just talking to the camera. But you know what? That's enough, meandering. Let's talk about this chapter. So basically we get more of the Waldians, not Waldians, the Warriors, as they talk about their plans to essentially retake Paradise Island. And we learn about this ancient family of the, what are they called? I've like done this video like 4 or 5 times because the audio wasn't good. This time I'm going to get it right. What are they called? I have it right here. They're like the Tibetan something. They're like this royal family of Eldia that apparently have like the last Titan that we haven't seen. There we go. They are called the Tiber family. So there's this royal family of Eldians known as the Tiber family, and essentially the Tiber family, back during the Great Titan War, they were the first to rebel against King Fritz. So because of that, they're not thrown into the concentration camps like all the other Eldians. They are free to roam about, and for whatever reason, the Warhammer Titan, which is the last Titan we haven't seen, it's been rumored due to the Titan War medieval illustration. I can only assume it's like maybe the second most powerful Titan, given the fact that they have control over it and it hasn't been seized by Marley, and Marley seems to let them do what they want as far as we know. All we know is that they're independent and they're important enough that they were able to announce that they were going to do something about Paradis, and they're not in concentration camps like all the other Eldians Jews. So essentially Zeke and all of his warrior chums are going to go check out, join up forces, and we're going to finally get to see the last Titan Shifter revealed and see what the Tiber family is up to. And then eventually we are going to get to see them, do another invasion of Paradis and go to Madagascar to, go after the Waldians, a.k.a. the Wall Jews, a.k.a. Eren, Mikasa, and all our buddies, since we have not seen them in a while. And I'm kind of missing them. I'm curious to see how much science and technology have progressed in their world since they've been free of King Fritz, or the Rod Reese and the Reese family, and Historia now runs it, and all the bans on technological progress have been lifted. I think that's what we're all kind of waiting for. Like, there are like 9 pages of like Rainer's flashback to like going to Paradis for the first time, and I'm kind of getting sick of it. Like, if you're a Rainer fan, we are getting so much Rainer backstory and info about him, his background, his role as being a cadet, and also learning that like it was only by someone else kind of like making him seem better than he was to save their brother is the reason why Rainer got to be chosen as a warrior, because he didn't mark up to the standards. But Rainer has a tragic past in the sense that his father hates him. His mother says, oh, once you're a good Eldian and you self-hating Jew, then maybe then you'll be able to earn his love. But his father's like, no, I don't want to be associated with stinking Jew blood. And you know what, I'm going to say that because, the subtext is not very subtle, The Eldian people are basically Jews, and you've got, like, the self-hating Jews that have been raised by the Nazis to go want to kill the, Israel. That's what Paradise Island is. It's basically, the more I think about it, this is 100% right. This is like an alternate world where Israel exists, and it's got the walls just like the real Israel, and now the self-hating Jews who have been kept by the Nazis are going to go be sent to exterminate all the Israeli Jews in Paradis, aka Madagascar. So, the series one thing I'm a little bit worried about is that like I feel like the core appeal of the series was the fact that it was very patriotic to like want to kill the Titans, but now that we know that the Titans are basically Jews sent by Nazis to go eat other Jews, it makes it a lot less heroic to like exterminate all the Titans. And so now we basically have the Jews versus the self-hating Jews, and the magic of the Titans themselves is starting to diminish as the world stage of history is like leading to technological developments that's going to render them obsolete. So, God, I made this analogy like 5 times, and I'll make it one more time. It's basically like a story about, oh my God, there's incredible unicorn knights, and unicorn knights are so cool. They shoot lasers from their lance, and they have magical powers. But now there are planes that can bomb and shoot the unicorn knights, so we don't need unicorn knights anymore. That's what it feels like what's happening with the Titans, which is kind of sad that like the mystique of the Titan shifter mechs is slowly being, taken away, given that how that was like the series' core appeal. And I feel like fighting to a world where the main goal is just to harvest gas and oil from Paradise Island makes it feel a lot less. It kind of kills the fun out of it. It feels like the Attack on Titan universe, now that it's expanded into its real world analog, like all the fun and mystery and fantasy is slowly being killed from it as the real world descends upon it. As cool as like World War II trench warfare with Titans with machine guns strapped to them seems. It's kind of a shame that they're being supplanted by all this real world technology, which is slowly making them obsolete. Because that kind of kills the wonder. And who are we supposed to root for? Gabby to inherit her Titan. But it's interesting that Gabby's thought process very much kind of mirrors Erin's thought process in the beginning of the series, and the fact that she's dogmatic. She's like, we gotta go kill all the bad, evil, devil Jews, so all the people will respect all the good Jews, and then we can be real people by the evil Nazis. And Eren was like, we gotta kill all the Titans. Fuck all the Titans. They all need to die. We need to purge them and kill the Titan babies, and because the Titans are responsible for everything bad in this world. Fuck the Titans. We don't know if Eren's attitude's changed or if he's mellowed out now that he knows the truth. That's why we're exciting for the prospect of seeing how the world has changed over on Paradise Island in Israel. It's gonna be a while before I hope we see it soon, because as nice as it is to see Peak, walk around on all fours, and I'm sure she's gonna become a meme. I already saw on Reddit it become a meme with Zeke, just saying as expected of Peak. People putting that onto various images from the chapter, which was cute, but I don't think anyone's kind of I personally would want to see many more things as opposed to the girl who walks around on all fours. Well, I'm sure that'll become a meme in Comic Cons throughout the world once we see this animated in 2020. Well, if I had to guess, judging by the teasers for this third season that's coming in 2018, I think they're gonna cover all of the Uprising arc. They're gonna cover the recovering of Shistagana, however the hell you call it, arc. And then it'll end. The season will end with them going to the beach, which will be interesting to see how far the manga has progressed by then. Since then it'll be almost caught up, and everyone will know about the basement key, except for us manga readers. Manga reader master race, which is ironic considering how much Nazi subtext this is to say, yeah, we are the Attack on Titan master race. We know the secrets of the walls, and we know the secrets of the basement and the keys. Overall, I'd rate this chapter 7 out of 10. Ishiyama has a terrible habit of just wasting time when he's not delivering big thrilling moments and big plot twists and revelations, and it feels like we're getting in that time wasting process. I mean, I love the info dump. I love the risk he took in terms of having all kinds of new iconography in the series. I think that took balls of steel to try and do something new in his series. Most manga authors are kind of afraid to mix up their iconography, and switching it from a medieval steampunk setting to a World War II setting is that's what you need to survive as a mangaka. You always need to be changing. You always need to be introducing new things. As much as the Attack and Titan fandom has been fighting to stay relevant in the past, in the 3 to 4 years when the first season came out, they need new iconography. They need new things like the Beast Titan. And this is going to help a lot to have all this new stuff. Especially when, there's only so many times you can, cosplay as a scouting legion, with the 3DM movement gear. and the little coat and the zippers and all that shit. You need new shit, and there's a lot of new shit here, and it's a lot of conflicting shit that a lot of people. I'll probably make a video about the conflicting morality at some point. Although I got a lot of other shit I want to do first, but it's definitely interesting to see where the hell he's going. I think, God. I would love to hear an interview about him because I feel like there's always a lot of political subtext in Attack on Titan that's always like just alluded to the surface. The fact that like even the first chapter is like to you 2,000 years in the future feels incredibly relevant given the fact that we learn about the 2,000-year history of the Titan War and the Warhammer Titan and Ymir Fritz and the person who inherited the power of the Titans. I don't know if we're ever going to get an origin for like where the Titans came from and whatnot. It feels like that's not like you could like end the story without telling us, where the original power of Titans came from, and that would be fine. Given the fact that like we can just have it as a mythological thing, but it'd be interesting to see which interpretation. Was it the devil? Was it the origin of all life? Will we ever know? Do we need to know? Or is just the resulting thing of people fighting over fleshy mechs good enough to keep the series going? I'm certainly curious to see, like, if, like, the Ultimate Series end goals, like, just Eren and his other Israeli buddies massacring all the zombies, or not zombies, all the Nazis in Marley, and if that's, like, the series that they just kill them all, or somehow Eren finally learns how to use the Coordinate to an ability where he summons all the Wall Titans. All that's going to happen. I think before the series ends, there's going to be some big scene where someone's going to, like, unleash all the Wall Titans from Paradis, and they're going to, like, unleash them on something. We don't know on what, but it's going to be something, and they're going to, like, stomp it, and it's going to be this ridiculous over-the-top scene. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Mark my words. But still, like, it does feel like we're treading water a little bit. Like, we're not getting enough new information. Like, I feel like there was only, like, 25 to 30 pages that were really relevant, and the rest was just kind of retreading old facts. Which is, kind of annoys me, and it feels like, you wait a month, to get this chapter, and it's like, oh my god, you're just, like, not really moving the story along. It's kind of frustrating. But it's a serialized narrative, so, not everything can go by leaps and bounds. Sometimes it's just about the little steps. And, I just want to see, what the Waldians and Israel's up to, what they're doing over in there in Madagascar, and, how they're going to react to the new 2-year time jump, But we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit if you liked this. I'm getting close to 1,000 subs, so thank you for all the people who've subbed. Once I have 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a nice celebration video, and then I'm going to update you all on what my plans are for what I want to do to progress the channel. As always, I'm going to shill away as I work on my shell game. Up there is a 30-day trial to Audible. Well, actually, you go down there to the link description, but you can see above me is an Audible 30-day link description. Sign up for 30 days, give it a try, listen to some ebooks, or, audiobooks, because, reading's boring, but, you got boring shit to do, like driving, doing laundry, so why don't you have an audiobook while, you're doing your shit, and doing your ebooks, and, listen to your audiobooks while you're doing your boring shit, and, have a good time. Have a great time. Have the best time in the world. As you feel more educated without actually doing the hard work of reading. So that helps me. It should help me. Hopefully if you click on it and sign up. In theory. But, I'm new to this affiliate game. So I'm working hard on making that work. And thank you so much for sitting through this whole little rant. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish I could say I enjoyed it since I gave this like exact same speech like 5 times as I tried to mess around with like getting a solo setup working, which pissed me off. Hopefully this will be watchable and not as terrible as the other ones, and thank you for all your time and watching this video. Have a good one.
You got a lobster, you got a magnet. Lobster's a 10, don't you grab it.